I appreciate y'all joining me for another 2 Cents, my podcast. I'm Nino. First of all, thank the man upstairs for letting me be able to get up, go have a productive day, and make it back home safe, sound, and still ready to go. Do what I need to do. Please, everybody, continue to hit them like buttons. Continue to subscribe and bring them subscriptions. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you very much. To all my fans, my audience, my listeners, great. Kudos to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so kind. Appreciate you very, very much. Always comment. Don't hesitate. Whether negative or positive, whether good or bad. Even if you want to comment and possibly just, instruct me on something. Anything you want to, link up with or communicate with me by maybe commenting, I welcome it. My doors is always open. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got a call from my little nephew, and he was interested, or he's kind of interested in this woman. I mean, he likes her. He likes her whole structure. He likes how she go about her business and everything. But he can't seem to get past first base. And he's being a gentleman. He's not being obnoxious. He's not being inappropriate or nothing like that. He really thinks that she basically have a lot of insecurities about herself. And he don't understand because he thinks she's very attractive. She's solid. She has a great personality. But he just thinks something in her past, not saying that she has a hidden agenda, but it is something he can't put his finger on. But he was saying, I think she has some insecurities. So could you speak on possibly a few factors of a woman's insecurity? I said, no problem. So, my nephew wanted me to speak on this, so I always try to aim to please. Multiple factors can set off or trigger a woman's insecurities. Low self-esteem, past experiences, trauma or rejection, outside pressuring, measuring up to the social media. It's keys and layers to this. Keys to setting off the insecurities. Poor self-esteem or self-worth. Women having doubts, not believing into her potential value, have what it takes or worth. Well, the woman is thinking far less of herself. She doesn't know that it's not all about always pleasing everybody else. She has to be pleased with herself. She has to know her value. She has to be satisfied with her inner self, the person she is. She has to also know her self-worth, because she can't all the time just put everybody first and then just take from herself. You know what I'm saying? You have to take care of yourself, and I believe that's probably a lot of it. She is doing so much, putting in so much effort, using so much energy to try to please everybody else, but she has to please and do things for herself. She has to have self-gratification, if you know what I mean. So, get past her self-esteem. Quit being so hard on herself. It's good to check yourself. What Cube said back in that song, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I love using rap songs, especially a lot of guys in my area, So that's just how I get down. But anyway, it's cool to check herself. But also, don't be too hard on herself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You can check yourself, and you can hold yourself accountable for a lot of things, but take it easy a little bit, because your worth and your value is important. And she probably really is a great person. Sometimes it's good to check yourself, but even how they say you be too hard on other people, you can be too hard on yourself. Past experiences, physical or mental abuse, can't catch a break, whether it's relationships or opportunity at the present time, can bring on enormous stages of insecurity. We know the worst thing you can do is abuse a person, men or even women, but we talking about a woman's insecurity. So fellas, don't abuse no woman mentally or physically. I mean, I always thought physical abuse is better, it's worse than mental abuse. But then now I get it though, because how mental health is just in an uproar now. Don't abuse no person mentally or physically, especially if they can't catch a break in a relationship. The opportunity at the present time. Always be worried that, because you got it going good, don't try to knock down or belittle people. Definitely, fellas, don't put your hands on a woman. That's just not condoned. I mean, for one thing, and not trying to get off what this woman insecurity, it's too many women out here first place. If that woman don't check all the boxes, don't cross all your I's and don't cross all your T's and dot all your I's, then move along. Move on. Move along and move on. There's plenty more women out here. What's that saying? There's plenty more fish in the sea. If you don't want to be with nobody, don't abuse them, knock them down. Don't be 1 minute in front of the masses or your friends and putting on the show that you're the perfect gentleman. You do this and you do that, and y'all all lovey-dovey. You treat her like the queen that she's supposed to be treated, and then soon everybody is gone. Soon, all eyes are not on you. You want to physically abuse her. You want to hit on her. You want to belittle her. You want to knock her down. Build that woman up, because everybody needs to be built up. Give that woman compliments. Who woman don't love getting, who of women are a woman don't love getting compliments? Women love attention and compliments. So again, if she is not what you want in your world or your present spectrum, move on. Do not abuse her. Past experiences can be very detrimental, especially if she done went through something and was dealing with, getting abused physically or even mentally, and then here comes along a solid guy that stand up, that been raised well, been taught well, works a good job, and possibly want to build something with her, but she is just so broken from the past experiences that she can't get past that. So fellas, don't do that. And a lot of times that's what women go through. They try to shield it, they try to hide it, but to no prevail. They might can kind of disguise it or camouflage it for a little bit, but sooner or later, what they say, not only what you do in the dark will come to the light, but what you done been through in the dark will come to light. Comparison to others. Always is different strokes for different folks. Because one woman is having a great run, meaning things are all falling in place, relationship and financial wise, living her best life online, while the other woman is directly going through the opposite direction or headed in the opposite direction. Result, the woman that's going in the opposite direction just wants validation. She wants somebody to give her a pat on her back. And sometimes you have to stand strong. You don't need that, but she is going through so much distress and going through so much negativity that she just wants self-assurance. So she just wants somebody to say, hey, it's going to be okay. It can be better. But she wants validation. But who is passing validation? Outsiders? I don't think so. they are so oblivious to that, then there's feeling of inadequacy. See, if a person is going through a bad spell, but then again she has a friend that's going through a good spell, of course she wants to she wants to eventually feel the wrath of what her friend is going through. That's only common. That's only elementary. I mean, that's not nothing wrong with that. If you're hanging together as a group, or even if you hang together as two, you want to feel good together. You want, if your partner, and I'm gonna delegate this to men or women. If your friend is doing good, why you wouldn't want to do good? If your friend is doing bad and you doing good, you want to try to build your friend back up to do good like you doing good, or vice versa. So again, if she's going if her friend is having all good fortune, the best of luck, things are going good financially and relationship wise, and that's her friend, why she wouldn't want it? Because a woman can get lonely too, and the inadequacy can all of a sudden overtake her, and sometimes it's hard to come out of it. That's where, again, the mental depression comes into place. Nobody want to come and, build her up. Seem like all that's getting done is she getting knocked to the mat. She can't get up off the mat. She gets a punch, just like she gets a left hook, or she gets a jab, just using it for an example. It seems like that's the bad luck that's coming her way. And instead of trying to get up, shake it off, and get back into the battle or to the fight, she can't, because it is happening and reoccurring so much, she just can't buy a break. Body image issues. And women do have body image issues. Ways women might think they're overweight, or their hair isn't long or thick enough, or once how their clothes used to fit them, they don't fit the same. She looks at herself with her clothes on in the mirror, and she isn't sexy no more, she feels. Especially in her prior days. Looking herself in the mirror, refused to remove all of her clothes. Result, the person who reflects in the mirror. Now the woman is so down, her self-esteem is so bad, and women do this. She can't even stand looking herself in the mirror butt naked. And when women on their game and they looking good, they love looking at themselves. They love when they know they got it going on. They love when them curves are just right. When that stomach, when that core is tight. Curvy. When them legs are toned. When that derriere is supple. See, all of that has left now, because she used to look good with her clothes on in her earlier days. She can't stand looking at herself in her clothes now. They don't fit right. They used to just hug them curves and fit appropriate. Now, the clothes don't even, gravitate to her body in the right way. She can't stand looking at herself. She hasn't lost all of her sex appeal in her mind. And so her body image is a big thing. And please, because they always said two things you don't ask a woman, and I had to learn this. You don't ask a woman her age, and you don't ask a woman how much she weighs. Now, men can be asked that. You don't ask a woman her age and how much she weighs, because I think it all falls back to some way in the youthful category. You don't ask a woman her age because a woman is always trying to look young. And if you say too old and she's actually looking younger, then that's a compliment. But if she considers herself looking young and you say she looks kind of, older than what she perceived or she has herself built up to be, that can be insulting to her. She don't know how to deal with that. She is totally thrown for a loop. She's not feeling that. So, you got to learn that. But body image issues, a woman takes that very, very, very seriously. That's why you see women today, even as men, working merciless. I'm talking about merciless in the gym, the transformation centers, working on their body, trying to keep it sculptured, because they know the body image issues can slowly come, especially when they get to age. But I have seen these women are looking good. They're really looking good, especially the older women, how they be in the gym working out. Perfectionism. Again, perfectionism, just being perfect. Pressure to thrive and perfectionism can manifest into a syndrome. Yes, it can. It comes to a woman or women from spa day to manicure, to a pedicure, to a manicure, to a day at the beauty shop or the hair salon. Still, she is having an inward mental battle with herself. She struggles. A woman can go and look good, get all the things done. Spa day, hair salon, get her hair done. Again, pedicure, manicure. Pedicure, manicure. She getting her nails done, she getting her toes done. But she still can be her biggest critic. She still is not, happy with herself. She's still not convinced. Because I think, and I know more than men, women strive. They thrive to be perfect. They thrive to be A's. They thrive to be A pluses. Not B's or C's. They thrive to be A's and A pluses if you would consider a woman a report card. They are very, very adamant with being that way when it comes towards themselves. They don't want to have no mishap. They don't want to have no kind of error. They don't see themselves. They see themselves as just a fine-tuned machine. Nothing less. A fine-tuned machine. Nothing left. Nothing less. They strive for greatness. Perfect. Perfectionism. That's what they strive for. They got to have it. No slouch, no slacking up, none of that. Relationship dynamics. She has seen or been down this road or highway before. Trusting the partners. Indication or facts from relationships or cheating. She calls. That's one of them. The phone goes straight to voicemail. Never want to spend quality time together. The sex, intercourse, or relationship. It has slackened dramatically. And I'm talking about dramatically. First of all, the woman figure, if you ain't trying to get up in her goodies no more, and the sex just didn't fall off, that is the biggest red flag. But if she's calling you and it goes instantly to voicemail, that's going to be a problem. And I know the get back is when I'm at work and I'm busy. But a woman don't believe that. A woman doesn't believe that. For me, it's too many, situations and scenarios out here that have proved. I mean, from this facts, from human nature, till you can go to movies, and that's what the theme for movies like Tubies, when you go to the matinee and you see movies, first of all, the woman, when she gets obsessed or she gets a hunch that she's been cheating on, she's getting cheated on, it's hard to navigate that arrow from being cheated on to now she doesn't think she's getting cheated on. Because in her mind, things add up. Because see, she thinks she should be, besides your work or anything else, the center of attention of your day. She doesn't care about you busy at the job, trying to get an account, or you working hard, maybe at a warehouse or something like that. She figures, okay, it's cool sometimes, but I'm calling. Drop what you doing and pay attention to me. Because again, women want attention. And when they not getting attention, it's going to be a problem. Their patience is very, very low when they're not getting attention. That's going to raise problems. That's going to raise nagging. Red flags are going to be all around the relationship. Even if it's not nothing going on. See, women like to be convinced. And they like to be convinced wholeheartedly. Fear of rejection. This is one I want to get to. Fear of rejection. Okay, men don't take rejection or being slighted well. But man, when it comes to a woman, women are so hypersensitive to rejection. Can lead to unhealthy behavior. Yes, it can. Such as stalking, damage to the partner's personal items, even trying to cut off their financial bag, bringing domestic heat or drama to their job. However, they go about getting to the bag. Women are allergic to rejection. Women are very allergic to rejection. Women don't take rejection. They don't. I mean, they can be stalking, but they love to bring or do damage to the man's personal items quickly. Cut the tires, key up your car, things like that. Put bleach on your clothes, set your clothes afire. See, that's not taking that rejection very well. Because women think no matter what, I'm not going to be rejected. See, they think it's okay if they reject you. But it's a problem if you reject them, because it doesn't even get in their mental like that. They can't even fathom that. They can't even, put that together. It just don't register well like that. Because they think no matter what, she can tell you no, but you can't tell her no. It's going to be a problem. And even when you reject them and you're not doing nothing, or you don't have nobody on the side, the first thing, the rejection reply or response when you reject them is, oh, well, you got somebody else. Maybe you do, but then a lot of times it don't. Maybe the man just wasn't, maybe the woman and the man, why the man rejected the woman, because he just seen this is not a good fit. They not compatible. He got some things going on eternally himself. And women don't see that. But women, oh no, that rejection, I have seen that. They don't take that highly at all. They don't take that at all. They be like, oh, are you kidding me? You reject me? They'll sit there and you'll reject them, and they'll be talking about, okay, that's cool. That's cool. But by the time they get to that car, they burning hot. And now they finna go in stalker mode. They finna go in revenge mode. Figure how can, I can get this dude back since he rejected me. They might even do little things like, if they really don't mean it, you don't reject them. Now they're trying to go and lean on your partner's shoulder, and probably give him a play or two. Not because they really interested in him, but fall back on you done rejected them. So now they want to get back at you a way and figure how they can hurt you. thinking when I'm gonna go mess with his partner, they gonna get to him. So it's just crazy like that. But that's how women think. Women, man, they are cold, man. That's how women think. But to the answer this nephew, I'll just give you some of my little assessments on bringing out a woman insecurities, why she have insecurities. Now, I'm going to summarize it like this, nephew. You keep doing what you're doing with this woman. You keep being the solid dude you are. Stand up, be nice. Sometimes it just takes patience. Maybe she has been through something. You might even give her a little time. You might give her a little time to get herself together. But after a while, don't settle yourself less, because maybe she really has something that in her past are going on within her inner self that she has to deal with. And maybe right now she just is not ready for no relationship. But don't lash out because now you're getting frustrated. That's not the cool thing to do as a dude. Try to be a little bit more patient. Maybe she'll come around. And if she don't, just calmly, coolly, tell her you're going to step aside. You appreciate her. But, you looking for something and she's not ready for it right now. And she got to respect that. So that's just how that get down. That's just how it goes. Bring out a woman insecurities. Or put it like this. Why does a woman have insecurities? Many things. 2 cents. This is my podcast. I'm Nino. Thank you.